The most important part of your day is the morning, and I want to give you 3 simple tips to win your morning every morning. Now, before I get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notifications bell, because what that will do is give you a little notification every time I upload a daily video. So hit that notification. Also, check out the links below. You can follow me on all social media. I'd love to catch up with you elsewhere, so click the links there and leave us a comment below. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know where you're watching from as well. That's always fascinating to know, so please comment below. So let's get into it. 3 simple tips to win your morning. First simple tip: set your alarm to something that you like. Now, I know that sounds like a bit of a weird one, but I know so many people who have, if you've got an iPhone, they have the generic or they have a something aggressive, something horrible. Set it to something you like. Obviously, don't do something that's massively mellow. Don't do like a super chilled out track that's actually probably going to either keep you asleep or not wake you up at all. Set it to something that you enjoy, you know, a song that's quite upbeat that you like, whatever it may be. Because what happens when we have an alarm, when we wake up in the morning, straight away, that's a stressor for the body. If we don't naturally wake up, if we're woken up, it's a stressor for the body. It goes into fight or flight. It will release some adrenaline, and straight away we all have a minute stress a feeling of stress, a minute kind of adrenaline rush. Okay, that's going to happen if you've got an alarm. It's going to happen. Okay, so setting your alarm to something you like is just going to help with that a little bit. It's going to combat that a little bit. You might have to change it up a bit because you might grow to loathe that song you love, but set it to something that you like. Don't have that aggressive because that's only going to exacerbate the whole fight or flight that you hate this situation. See, that's what it means, okay? So, first tip was set your alarm to something you like. Second tip, don't snooze. Do not snooze. If you are a snoozer, if you press that snooze button on your alarm, you've got to stop it. You've got to stop it for numerous reasons. 1, it means you rush the rest of the morning, so you're stressed out. And 2, it's scientifically, it's actually not great for your body. When you hit snooze, what it is, let's leave snooze for a second. We have sleep cycles. So a sleep cycle will last roughly, very slightly from person to person, roughly an hour and a half does a sleep cycle last. So when we get woken up in the morning, we'll probably not, some people might naturally wake up and that's at the end of their sleep cycle. That's why you will naturally wake up and you don't go back into another sleep. But you'll probably be woken up out of a sleep cycle, and it probably won't be anywhere near the middle or beginning or end. It'll just be somewhere random, okay? So once we wake up out of that sleep cycle, it's important to stay awake. If we don't stay awake and we hit snooze and we go back to sleep, effectively, we're telling our body to go back into another sleep cycle. But the thing is, that sleep cycle is going to last even less. It's going to last 5, 10, 20 minutes. Now, what that actually does is when you're being woken up again, it creates brain fog. It makes you groggy. It makes you moody. It makes you sluggish. It creates lethargy. You know, you're not allowing your body to fully wake up. You're actually saying, okay, we'll sort of wake up, but we'll go back. And we'll sort of wake and we'll go back. So if you're someone who snoozes numerous times, you've got to stop. You've got to stop the snoozing, because those effects, that brain fog, that grogginess, that lethargy, they last for about 4 hours after you've woken up. So not only are you rushing because you've snoozed and you've not got enough time, as much time as you would have set if you'd have got up earlier. So not only are you stressing about that, also you're moody, you're groggy, and you're feeling pretty lethargic. So we've all had that time when we've slept through an alarm, and you know when you wake up, you're like, oh my God, and it feels really surreal. Really quick way to stop that sort of thing, because that'll happen when you snooze as well, is, and you'll hate this, or you might love it, go and have a cold shower. That sudden sharp shock actually shocks your body out of the grogginess, out of the lethargy. It wakes you up. That's why people do it. Okay, so if you do accidentally sleep through your alarm, or if you do snooze and you feel groggy, go and have a cold shower. But set your alarm to something nice and don't snooze, and then you won't have that problem, okay? Also, a little additional tip to stop you snoozing is put your phone or your alarm on the other side of the room. If you can do it in another room and you can still hear it, beautiful. Put it the other side of the room. The reason we say put it the other side of the room is because when it goes off, you have to physically get up out of bed to turn it off, which might fucking piss you off, but you'll be awake. And that's all that matters. You'll be up and awake, and it's a little bit of a pain then to go back to bed. I'm sure the bed will seem still quite wonderful and you might want to get back into it, but there's less likelihood of you doing that. So put your alarm on the other side of the room. Third thing, go and have a massive glass of water, preferably lemon water, okay? Super simple tip. Lemon water is awesome. It will alkalize your body. And in fact, you just remind himself, I need to get myself some lemons. But it's great for the body. You know, as we sleep, our body becomes quite acidic. So that lemon water actually flushes through the body and makes it alkaline again. So having water when you wake up is great. Not only is it kickstarting your water intake for the day, so we all should be averaging about 2 or 3 litres a day, probably towards the 3 litres, but it will alkalize your body, which will make you feel better. Okay, so there are your 3 simple tips. Easy. Set your alarm to something nice that you like, don't snooze, and go and have some lemon water. They're really, really simple. The thing is, your morning determines the quality of your day. So if you start the morning right, you're going to power through for most of the day. You're going to be awesome. So it's about starting the morning right so you get the best start so you can have the best day. So I hope that helps everybody. If you haven't already, like I said, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell and you get a cheeky notification every time I upload a daily video. So take care. Hope that helps.